Okay, before you all went for your OBS, we already started the compound interest. The compound interest, there is one formula that you will be using. It will be given in your exam paper. So the formula is amount equals to principal 1 plus R over 100 to the power of n. Okay? We will be always using this formula again and again. Can? Okay, question 7. Rebecca and Vincent each have 8,000 to invest for 3 years. Okay? So for Rebecca, 4% per year compound interest. So to answer part A, we must first be able to identify the starting amount or the original amount. This 8,000 is my P. Okay, 4% per year. So this 4% is my rate, the interest rate. 3 years. 3 years means compound 3 times. Then n is my number of time compounded. Okay? Then I can calculate the amount that it will be worth. Calculator. I still have lesson with the other classes. Okay. All got this number already? But does this answer the question or not? No, The question is asking us for the interest. But this is the total amount. This is my 8,000 become 8998.912. Okay? So this amount is the 8,000 plus the interest already. So this is the total amount with the interest inside. So if I only want the interest, then I must take this amount and then minus away the principal, minus away the original. The increase is the interest. Okay? So the 8,000 I put there. The 8,000 after adding the interest become this number. So if I want to find the amount of interest, I must take this one minus the principal, minus the original amount. So the interest itself is 998.912. Okay? So when we are using this Formula. We must know that what we find is the total amount with the principal, with the interest all inside. Okay? That is the difference between this one and the simple interest formula. Simple interest formula, we straight away find the amount of interest. I equals to PRT over 100. This one is finding interest. This one is finding the total amount. So there is this big difference between them. Okay? So now let us look at the simple interest one. The part 2. Vincent invests it at 4.7% per year. They both invest for 3 years. So this time round, the principal is the same, 8,000. The rate is 4.7%. The time is 3 years. So for part B, this is my P, this is my R, this is my T. So when I want to find the interest, it is equals to PRT over 100 equals to 8,000 multiply 4.7 multiply 3 over 100. Ugh. 1128. This is the amount of interest. Okay? Then calculate who receives more interest. So when we compare, just now Rebecca received 998.912. Then Vincent, the simple interest higher rate, so he received more in the end. So calculate who receives more. You will answer the question. Okay. 129.088 more. Oh. You miss me, but you never stop asking for girls' Instagram, right?
Hey, Cyrus, I mean.
Cyrus, man?
Cyrus never go. Those are not. That one is below average.
Wow.
Especially the people behind me.
Everyone enjoy one, go OBS. Gwendoline, why so tired? Why they say you like girls? Is it because you like girls? Huh?
Especially this one.
Nothing wrong with boys liking girls, what?
Yes, unless they are fools.
Oh.
Depends on what.
Okay, done. Okay, here you see this word depreciate. Okay, what does depreciate means? Depreciate is the opposite of appreciate. Opposite of appreciate. Okay? Appreciate is something good. That means your money become more money. Okay? So depreciate, D for down, means your money become less money. Okay? So, for example, a car, at first it is worth 96,000. Depreciate means after 1 year, the car become older already. So it is not worth that much money anymore. Now it is worth less. Okay? So when they say depreciate 9% of current value annually, they are trying to say that after 1 year, it become less valuable by 9%. Then 1 more year become less valuable by another 9% of that year's value. So this one again is compound interest like that. Okay? Okay. So how do we do this depreciate? At first, the car is 96,000, so the 96,000 is my principal. 9% is is like the interest rate because it goes by 9% every time. Okay, so our formula is amount equals to P 1 plus R over 100 by how many times it compound. So now it's 9% every year, 5 years, so compound 5 times. Okay? Okay, then this part important because it is depreciate. If I continue to plus, it is going to appreciate, become additional 9% every year. So if now it is depreciate, it is going cheaper and cheaper. So instead of plus, I actually have the percentage is going downwards, so it is actually minus 9%. Instead of positive, I put a negative. So every year it becomes 9% less, 9% less, lesser. Okay? I can put a minus with my rate, or I can change this from 1 plus 9 over 100 to 1 minus 9 over 100. Okay? I can also put this as 1 minus 9 over 100. Either way, see which one you're more comfortable with. Either 1 minus 9 over 100 or 1 plus negative 9 over 100. Okay? After that, press calculator, can get answer already. Okay? Do you all know how to press calculator for this power 5? There is a button beside your x square. The button looks like x, then with a square here one. This is the button. After you press your brackets, then you press this one, then you can choose a 5. Put the 5 over here. The 5 for the bracket. This button is beside your x square. Okay? Okay, part B. Calculate the percentage change of the car.
I did. I have a third one. 这个还
Hey David, why are you sleeping? Okay, we want to find the overall percentage change. So I must take the original amount minus the final amount. This is the amount of change. Then when I want to find it in percentage, I take the original amount minus the final amount already of the original. So divided by the original, then multiply 100%. That will change this change into percentage. Okay? So over 5 years, the depreciation is actually 37.6%. Whatever you start with, you already lost the 37.6%. Okay? Yeah. I go and do admin work lor, set paper lor. Okay, question 9 is the reverse. They give you the original amount. They give you the final amount. They tell you every year. So compound how many times? 16 to 21. Five times. Compounded 5 times. Okay? So you know the starting amount, you know the final amount, you know it is compounded 5 times, but you don't know the rate. So can you find the rate? Amount is equals to principal 1 plus r over 100 to the power of n. So now I know the final amount. Final amount 4405. Original amount 3800. 1 plus r over 100 to the power of 5. Because compound 5 years. 16 to 2021. Compounded 5 times. Huh? Guess and check? No. We have learned how to solve equation. If I want to solve this equation, I want to make r the subject. I want to keep writing equation until finally my r is on one side, then the other side only numbers. I keep writing equation, then that will help me solve already. So I want to make r the subject. Now r is inside this bracket, so I want to divide both sides by 380 first. I make this 3800 go to the other side first. Okay? Then let me switch their places. I write this right hand side on the left because finally I want my r to be on the left. So I don't change anything. I just change their left and right only. 4405 divided by 3800 equals to, never mind, leave it as a fraction first also can. Okay? But now my bracket on the left got power 5. Finally, I want no power 5. I want power 1 for my r. So I don't want this power 5. If I don't want this power 5 means anything to the power of 5, if I can take the fifth root, it will cancel out the power 5. Okay? When I take the fifth root of the whole thing, it will cancel out with the power 5. But I want to take fifth root on the left, I must also take the fifth root on the right. Okay? Then this is a number that I can calculate. I use my calculator. I want to take the fifth root. Again, it is this button. But I want the yellow version of this button. Okay? I want the yellow version of this button. So I will go and shift Press that button. Fifth root. And then what is inside? The white box. Show you all. Okay, again, I restart. Okay. I want that button. I first go to shift. Then I go to here. Then I will have I can choose how many root I want. So inside the outside box, I want to choose 5. Then I will have the fifth root. Then the inside box, I want a fraction. So I go to fraction. 4405 over 3800. Okay? Equal 1.029988707. Okay, follow so far? I take the fifth root on both sides. On the left, it cancels out with the power 5. So I'm left with the bracket. On the right, I take fifth root, become 1.029988707. Then, I want to make R the subject. So my 1 must come over to the right hand side. When it comes to the right, become minus 1. R over 100 equals to 0.029988707. So if I want R, I will need to multiply 100 to both sides. When I multiply 100, it is like shifting the decimal point 2 times. So I will have 2.99888707, which can be round off to 3.00. Yeah. So my interest rate is actually 3%. Okay? So the question asks me, find the value of R. So the value of R is 3.00. Okay? Can? Sorry?
The percentage must write both the 0.00.
3 significant figure because the answer is not exact. So I give to 3 significant figure. Bao Leila, okay not? Yes. Okay, try question 10 on your own. It is also reverse. They never give you the starting amount. They want you to find the starting amount. They also never straight away give you final amount. They give you the interest. Okay? So the clue is I am still using the same formula. The clue is my final amount is now P plus interest. My right hand side P is still P. I don't know what is P. I know it is compounded 7 times. So I must be able to form this equation. Then I must go and solve this equation. Try. Gentlemen, why are you so tired? Okay, the difficult part is this one. The total amount. The total amount is your initial amount plus this interest. They never straight away tell you, but they tell you it is this amount of interest. So you must know, final amount is principal plus interest. From there can solve already. From there your job is to write equation until P is the subject. Try. Lexus. Pass one time, now you how late already, you don't want to do. Yesterday I asked me to go and help out with some station. Why don't you just join the meeting? The competitive one, they get to run first when it is more active. You will be able to run faster. But not competitive, even if you run first, will you get to go? You don't get surprised. Is it? Smart. Oh. You got ask Mr. Ang or not? Who's your PE teacher? Mr. Again. Got ask him or not? Maybe he cannot win, then you wasted your efforts. Let me go and ask them. Everything inside the bracket is number. So you can just press calculator, then to the power of 7. It is just a number. Okay? So when I go and press calculator, I will get 4.76837158 Then my left hand side is P plus 377.37. If I put all the P's together, I bring my left hand side P to the right hand side. When it go over to the right hand side, it become minus P. Then I will have 377.37 equals to 3.468371582P. Then if I divide both sides, then I can make P the subject.
So how did you get 4?
1 plus 2.5 over 100 is 1.25. 1.25 to the power of 7. Just key in calculator only. That is how I get 4.468. Did you key in the same thing? Sorry, I do wrongly. Should be 1.025 to the power of 7. So 1.18, I wrong. Okay? 1.188685754. Okay? Then press calculator. One 999.992011. Okay, so the starting amount was 2,000. Okay, I think we are done with our compound interest. Okay, done, not yet. Ernest, what are you watching on your iPad? Okay, done. Hello, Akil, done.
Yes.
Okay, then we are done with compound interest. We are done with indices. Want to go into the next topic? Okay, the next topic is okay, congruency and similarity. Hello. Okay, when we talk about congruency and similarity, we are talking about shapes. We are talking about figures. So, the most simple figure that you all will see, the most simple shape is a triangle. Then it can become more and more complicated. So let us use triangle. Let us use triangle as an example. Congruence means same shape, same size. Similarity means same shape, different size. Okay? So whether it is congruent or similar, it is same shape. Meaning, if I have congruency first, if I have a right angle triangle, okay? Then I have another right angle triangle, but this time, I place it like that. Although it may be rotated, it may be placed differently, but these two triangles have the exact same shape and same size. So I say that, let's say this one is triangle ABC, this one is triangle DEF. I can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Okay? Then, there is one thing I want you to take note here. The naming. The naming that you will be given, or the naming you use, must always correspond one. Meaning, if I rotate this triangle, now it will look like this. D, E, F. Hey, this one is very important. So the naming, A is the corner between 4 and 5. D is also the corner between 4 and 5. B is at the right angle, E is at the right angle, F is the last one, C is the last one. So this one, actually, A corresponds to D. B corresponds to E, C corresponds to F. The naming will always be like that one. So from the naming, you already know which point corresponds to which point. It is very important, this one. The naming. Okay? Cannot anyhow name one. So from the naming, you already know which one corresponds to which one. Sometimes, the two triangles may look a bit similar. You may not know which one should correspond to which one. Then you go back to the naming. I give you an example. Okay? If I tell you ABC congruent to DEF, then you must know that A corresponds to D, B corresponds to E. So these two are the corresponding point, not the other way around, not DFE, DEF. So point A corresponds to point D, point B corresponds to point E, point C corresponds to point F. Okay? For them to have the same shape, if this one is 40 degrees, that means this one here will also be 40 degrees. The corresponding angle will definitely be the same one because they have the same shape. Okay? So if this one is 120, this one will be 120. This one will be 20, this one will be 20. Because they have the same shape, so definitely the corresponding angle will be the same. When it is congruent, the sides are the same. Meaning, this side is the same length as this side. This side has the same length as this side. This side has the same length as this side. The corresponding sides will be the same length because they are congruent. Okay? Okay. Compare these to similar. Similar means the shape is the same. Right angle triangle, 4, 3, 5. These three angle, if I were to expand it, here become 6, here become 8, here become 10. When they all increase by the same ratio, meaning I multiply 2, multiply 2, multiply 2, the shape will still be the same. It just become a bigger triangle with the same shape. So, this angle will still be the same as this angle. This angle will still be the same as this angle. Okay? Angle Y will still be the same as angle Y. Angle X will still be the same as angle X. Because the shape is the same. Just that now the size bigger. Okay? So one more thing to take note. If the shape is the same, they are similar, it means that every side must multiply by the same enlargement ratio. Okay? When it is larger, we call it enlargement. When it becomes smaller, we call it reduction. But the ratio is always the same. Whatever number I multiply, I must multiply the same to all the three sides. Okay? So that is the introduction. Can? Now let us take a look at the questions. Okay. Reduction. Becomes smaller, we call it reduction. Okay? Then the ratio, we also call it the scale factor. So this is the ratio just now I was talking. We call it the scale factor. So how do we find the scale factor? In this case, they tell you this shape become this shape. So you can see that 4 multiply 2 to become 8, 5 multiply 2 to become 10. So the scale factor is 2 multiply 2. So scale factor is 2. And how do we get this 2? We take this one is the original. This one is after enlargement. So we take the final one divided by the original. You can choose any of the sides, any of the corresponding sides. So 8 divided by 4 is also 2. I can also take 10 divided by 5. Because just now, we go through already, we know that all the corresponding side will be multiplied by the same ratio. So same one, I can take any corresponding side, the image divided by the original, I can get the scale factor. So this one is my scale factor. Okay, we also call the new one the image. The original, this one is the image. Okay, can? So this time round, 2 corresponds to 5. This 5 corresponds to 12.5. If I want to find the scale factor, I can choose either one of them can already. Okay, so I can take 5 divided by 2 also can. Then the scale factor is 2.5. Either one of them can already. So you notice that this arrow here this time, that is to show you this is the original, this is the image. Okay, similarly, so this one is the original, this one is the image. So this time round it is actually a reduction, becomes smaller. So the scale factor is still final over original. So 3/4. Okay? Final over original. 6/8. It is not always take the big one divide by the small one. You must first be clear which one original, which one image. Hey! Distracted.
You become British, you see.
Okay, Ken? Okay. In the diagram, DEF is a reduced image. So this one is the reduced one. The original is bigger. Okay? So there is an original ABC. ABC, similarly, the corresponding points, A corresponds to D, B corresponds to E, C corresponds to F. Okay? So when I draw, my original will be like that. Same shape, so also isosceles. Okay? Find the length of the shortest side of triangle ABC. These two sides are the same. Okay? So if I go back to my image, here 45, here also 45. So the shortest side is this side, meaning in my original, my shortest side will be BC. Okay? It was reduced 2/5. Meaning EF divided by BC, the corresponding side, is 25. Then now I know EF is 35. So if I form this equation, I solve, I make BC the subject, I will be able to find BC. So I make BC the subject, I multiply BC to both sides. Okay? I multiply BC, go the other side, become numerator. Then 35, denominator, go here, become numerator, become multiply. 2 come here, become divide. So BC equals to 5 times 35 over 2. $87.25. 87.5. Okay? So similarly, I want to find AC. I will take 45 multiply 5 over 2. Can you see? Actually, I am multiplying 5 over 2. Then the perimeter is equals to yes.
What I do?
Okay, Ken. Okay, we stop here. Continue next lesson.